I can't believe how many questions I get about should I invest up north because property prices are cheap. Literally, I reckon I'm getting at least 2 or 3 every single day. So apologies in advance that I don't reply to everyone, but I've done a couple of videos and I've pre-recorded a couple more. So I'll continue to do videos on this subject, but I won't be able to reply to everyone. You just have to keep watching, I'm afraid. Now, the last one I did was a bit wishy-washy. That's why I decided to do another one so quickly. In essence, no, don't invest up north because property prices are cheap. Now, I'm not saying don't invest up north, but find a reason to invest up there other than property prices are cheap. The first thing when picking an area to invest on is what market are you going to target and why are you targeting that market? Now, everyone wants to make money, but you need to decide how you want to make money. Because if you want to make money through Airbnb, know that it comes with nearly a full-time job and definitely much more wear and tear on your properties and not sustainable cash flow, equal months of cash flow. At the same time, if you don't want to earn money through rental properties and you don't want the hassle of owning properties and dealing with all the regulation and you're not bothered about adding income every single month and you just want to buy and sell, then you need to understand what market you're going to sell to. Is it going to be families? Is it going to be in areas where they want to live? What's your competition? Where are the new build developments? What's being offered by new build developers in terms of funding and help to buy and financing? And you need to ask all of these questions. Understand the market first, and that will then dictate on geographical location. Because I can categorically tell you now, if you want to buy and sell up north, you're going to have the same amount of headaches, the same amount of time, and the same amount of work than you are buying it down south. And the cost is going to be very, very similar because labour and materials are not much cheaper than they are down south. But you're going to have a very, very different ride in terms of return because the value that you create on some of these northern properties might say 25%, but on a 100 grand house, that's 25 grand. Well, you can piss that in terms of a kitchen alone. So you need to understand what you want to do. I personally have never invested up north because I like to have my cake and eat it. I want to be a property investor that can control my destination and my destiny in terms of where I'm going and how I want to get there. If I want to sell, I can sell and make hundreds of thousands of pounds. If I want to retain, I can retain, and my cash flow is the equivalent to the minimum wage in the UK per property. That's how I like to play the game. I want to play to win, and I want to win big. And investing up north doesn't give me the ability to do that. Just because property prices are cheap, I might be able to buy somewhere for 50 grand and rent it for 750 quid a month and have 500 quid a month cash flow. But what happens when I want to sell that property? Is it going to have enough equity in it to pay me 6 numbers? Is it allowing me to buy, refurbish and refinance all my money out? Likelihood is probably not if it needs work doing. And what happens when a boiler goes wrong? What happens when I need to spend money on maintenance? Is the cash flow significant enough to cover that? A boiler is a boiler, whether you live up north or live down south. That's why I have a rule that a cash flow in property must be a minimum of £1,000 net every single month. How many of those can you get up north? So it's not about north and south. It's about markets. It's about appetite to risk. It's about how much work you want to do and how you want to earn money, buying and selling or buying and renting.